All right, everybody. So Christian here with Dead Air, and I've got a few requests from people asking what setup I like for silencers on my hunting rifles. So thought, why not? Let's do a quick video to give some information out, and maybe you can use it. So let's just dive right in. So our newest silencer from Dead Air is our Primal. So the Primal is a high pressure silencer. It's our .46 or 46 cal can. We've shot the 450 Marlin through it several times at a shoot last weekend, and the weekend before it functioned and operated flawlessly. It had a really good sound to it, and again, it'll do 46 cal, so 458. It'll do 338 Lapua. So high pressure cartridges, right? And you can see the opening in the end there in the cap. So high pressure cartridges. It will also do any of your other cartridges between pistol and there, so more of a hybrid type, if you will. So it'll do a bunch of different cartridges, and also there's a lot of ways that you can mount it on your firearm. This one here, obviously I've got the direct thread. I like to direct thread for rifles on my bolt guns. That's just me. Other people have their own ideas of what they like to do, and that's perfectly fine. There's some different mounting options, and I can hit those pretty quick. So we've got a mounting option, the new one, which is the Xeno, which is on this AR here, which I really like, and I've got it set up for a shoot from last weekend actually that I was doing. So the Xeno is a muzzle brake with a collar behind it, and what that collar does is once it tightens, the can tightens down on the muzzle brake, it stops the carbon buildup from behind, right, and getting your can cooked onto your rifle. So if you'll see what threads they are opposite thread, right? So it'll tighten down, and the cool thing about the Xeno, it's not going to come off or untighten from the gun, especially when you're trying to take it off this way, right? So it's going to stay tight. So I really like that mounting option, which is the Xeno with the muzzle brake. So the Xeno muzzle brake I really like on all guns, all rifles, because not only does it give you the muzzle brake aspect of it, so recoil reduction, but it also makes for a great mounting system for any of your cans. This is the Nomad 30, the regular Nomad 30 with the Xeno adapter. For the Primal, again, you can do anything from there. I'll show you another mounting option that you can do, and that's going to be Chemo. So you have a brake, it's got a collar with a slot up top here. I'm going to show it to you on a different can that I've got set up for it already, which is the Sandman K. What you'll do, you'll line up the collar just like that, you'll ratchet it on, you'll tighten it down, and it's snug. It's not going anywhere. It tightens down and ratchet. There's audible there, and to loosen it, just hear it till it breaks off. Not breaks, but until you hear that brake contact, and then it'll come off here. I said brake contact. So if you know, you know. So very good mounting option as well. So you have Xeno, you have Chemo. All right, Chemo, which that's a flash hider Chemo, and I'll show you another flash hider in just a second. Stay. Which I really like this brake on the Chemo. Really nice brake, and again, not only recoil reduction, but it is your Chemo mounting. Okay, there you go. So Chemo Xeno, which not only, if you want to have it on your AR or any other gun, if you want the brake, you can also have it in a flash hider brake as well with the Xeno collar. Okay? Easy? Good. All right, next can. The next can that we're going to talk about is going to be the Nomad TI. Nomad TI is my favorite hunting can to date so far. Primal's coming up on that just because of what calibers it can do for me, but the TI because of weight alone. It's a titanium can. It is Nomad series. It will do a bunch of different calibers. Just change the end cap, but it's my favorite to use on the hunting calibers simply because of the sound. You can see how much bigger it is from other cans that we have, but the girth of this allows for what? More pressure, right? So great can to hunt with because it's only 9 ounces. It's titanium. So not full auto rated. You want to dump a full mag through this thing as quickly as you can. Will it sustain a mag of rounds? Sure, but not full auto. Don't go doing that. This is my favorite, NI direct thread. Just so you see, I have a direct thread mount here on this rifle. It's a 300 Win. I shoot a 300 Win, and I also shoot a 300 PRC. So my thread patterns are the same, and just direct thread it on there. Now I'm just going to hand tighten it. Remember, if you're going to direct thread, you need to do it the same every time. Make sure it's hand tight, and then maybe you wrench on it just a little bit. It's always a good rule of thumb to go ahead and bore guide it just to make sure that it's good and nothing's going to hit your baffles or anything or have a strike and your end caps. But hand tighten it. Again, it adds no more weight. It's okay, 9 ounces. That's all. You're not going to feel it on the end, especially if you're prone, walking. It doesn't matter. 9 ounces doesn't weigh anything. Again, I've got a bunch of pictures I posted before of this can, the Nomad TI, for hunting with the 300 Win. Awesome, awesome can. I love it. I can't say enough about this can. Love, love, love. Lastly, so for 30 cal, for hunting applications, 6.5, it doesn't matter. For you who've asked, I think I'm going to go with Nomad TI or Primal. It's going to be a hard one to see which one I like best, but probably Nomad TI, just because of weight. Primal right there with it. Lastly, had some people ask about the mask, 22 mask as well. So the 22 cal can, our mask. So I'm using it on a Ruger Mark IV, and it's just direct thread on. I demoed this today, and the person that I demoed with said, wow, I couldn't even hear the first shot. The 22 mask has 0 first round pop. So some cans out there, you know, you'll hear that first pow, and then pow, pow, get a little bit better. The 22 is by far the quietest on first round, so 0 first round pop, and also muzzle flash, 0 muzzle flash. It's very hard to hear even with regular long rifle, 22 long rifle rounds through this Ruger. They cycle, they function, it works great. I love it. A lot of guys were asking about that little for hunting squirrels or whatever like that. I don't know. Make sure to check your state and local regulations for using silencers while hunting or not, just to be safe. All right. Favorite 22 cal, also 17 HMR. Favorite can though. I've been using it a lot. Other than that, last thing I want to mention, we have a e-brake. This is a Sandman e-brake actually that goes on the end of the Sandman, but we have an e-brake, the same brake that will go on the end of the Nomad. So what you're getting is the silencer capability, recoil reduction, and a little bit less decibels, 1 to 2 decibels maybe, depending on your round, the gun, all that stuff. The e-brake is just an added function on the end. It doesn't add any weight to it. It just helps out more. All right. So any questions, let me know. Appreciate it. See everybody on the next one.